Hey everybody, what's going on? So a couple of months ago, you be understood for not remembering. Anthony Weiner got back on Twitter and was discovered to be sexting a 15-year-old girl. Was sending her apparently nude photos, where he was partially naked, had his shirt off or something at least. That's what I saw on like a picture next to a headline. I didn't. I hope you can forgive me for not wanting to go and acquire any Anthony Weiner nude pictures. Seen a lot of things in my life. I don't think I need to see that. So yeah, Weiner, the guy who has the second most character indicating last name in the history of the world, and of course the most character indicating is Bernie Madoff. I mean Madoff, like there's nothing more perfect than that. Um, so yeah, he was being investigated, and he had his computer and his phone seized by the I believe it was the NYPD. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, you'll see an annotation pop up right now. So the NYPD was looking into it. They seized his phone and computer, and apparently they were searching for any additional nude pics that he might have sent to those chicks on the playground. And it turns out that there is apparently information of some sort that has compelled FBI Director James Comey to reopen the investigation into Hillary Clinton's emails. Now, if you're not familiar with Anthony Weiner, you might be a little confused right now. Why would he have anything to do? Of all the bullshit that goes on, that's been going on this election, Anthony Weiner is like mostly a completely irrelevant subplot in this grand opera. How is he coming into the main focus like this? Anthony Weiner was married, currently separated, to Huma Abedin. Huma Abedin is, for all intents and purposes, Hillary Clinton's right-hand woman. She is incredibly invested into the Hillary campaign. She's widely remarked as one of Hillary's closest confidants. So, and to be clear, this is purely speculation from me. I'm just throwing stuff out here. I don't think it was anything Weiner himself personally said or did that compelled Comey to reopen the case. I think it might be that it was Huma Abedin who used Anthony Weiner's computer or phone to communicate with somebody, and maybe she talked about how they got the emails acid wash, something like that. She said something that that would put a very strong indication that there is guilt, as if we need any more on Hillary Clinton. There's absolutely no confirmation of that. I will, if I'm right, I'm gonna make a video and brag about it because you heard it here first. So yeah, that's just what I personally think. My own little head theory right now. Now, in terms of the election, I do not see this being a kill shot. And it's really just because the emails are an old issue for a lot of people. If you were going to be motivated by Hillary Clinton's lack of responsibility when it came to handling classified information, putting it on a private server in a barn, I believe. If you were going to be pushed or pulled by that issue, you've already had it influence your decision. I don't see this affecting too many more people. For better or worse, after a certain time, a certain amount of time passes, an issue, it just starts to get a little bit stale for the public. They're not that interested in talking about it anymore. They've heard it a million times. They've already made up their minds on what they think. So I do not see this really budging the needle very much. It'll drum up Trump's hardened support like me, and we're going to be talking about it. But yeah, I don't see, maybe a few independents here and there, but for the most part, yeah, I don't see this really moving the needle. It's just too much of an old issue for a lot of people. People have already made up their minds on it. But of course, this does bring up the interesting fact. I don't know, it's just me. But I find it very strange that someone can be investigated by the FBI, and while the investigation is going on, still be allowed to run for public office. Now, I don't know. It seems a little bit strange to me. Like, if the FBI has evidence to believe that you've committed a criminal act at some point, don't you need to have your name? Should you not have your name cleared before risking appointing that person with any kind of political power? I mean, it is effectively guilty until proven innocent. I do acknowledge that. Maybe that's why they don't do it. It just seems surprising to me because, if you wanted to say in some states, if you wanted to get a handgun license, and there's reasonable evidence to suggest that you might be say mentally ill or otherwise mentally not competent enough to handle a weapon, a personal firearm, they will refuse you from acquiring that kind, or excuse me, they will refuse your right to bear arms if they feel like there is evidence, and you'll have to get it cleared up in court. I have read about cases like that. So I don't know. It just seems strange to me. That's pretty much all I have to say. Don't have a lot to add. I know I haven't made a lot of videos lately. I apologize. I've been a little busy. But we're winding down. We're in the home stretch. It's 10 days now. It's October 29th. Today we got 10 days. It's the last 10 days before we vote. Part of me is going to miss it. Part of me is going to miss it. I've never been this infatuated with the political system. Because I never really feel like I know what's going to happen. Every time I think, okay, that's it. Like the course is set. There's nothing else we can do. There's nothing else that can damage or prop up these candidates. We're locked in now. Something pops off. So part of me is definitely going to miss this election. I don't know if I'll ever see another one like it in my lifetime. Maybe. Hope so. I hope I live a long time. I'm pretty young. I might see something crazy in another election. Although on the other hand, maybe I don't want one. Maybe I just want boring elections. I think if we're having boring elections, it might be an indication, that we're having, a period of good feelings in the country. So that's about all I have to say. Peace out.